Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Jackson now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. On the ground, this is Devon H. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I almost ignored them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set, so everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So he stopped for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. And if they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing is Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. A run straight ahead with H2H. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Alpha, sit hard. 180. Yo.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Finding Walker, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to break. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion, Hill. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He's still barreling through. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A first down carry for Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Middle.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
No, we change it. Middle.
Jackson will throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Report.
Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And just shutting him off there. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 30-yard line.
Go ahead. Ready.
Tua, the final shot before half. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, 21
They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From midfield, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Inside the 10. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Achane going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
All right, come on.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Sanders is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
180! What is it? You are X, you are X.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Two more, ready? You change it. Get on, on. Get on.
Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Lamar changing the play. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Flowers going to go in motion right. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Odafe Owe.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
DC, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shot! 180! One shot! Middle.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
You. 180! Shut up!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 2nd and 6. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Tonight.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
To throw, Huntley.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Still on his feet. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnovers